Good morning, Carmen. I did want to take an opportunity to tell you how much I'm appreciating this course and your insights and feedback. One comment though, I wish you'd say something about perfectionism earlier in the course. Otherwise I wouldn't have to edit out all the mistakes I do on my submitted videos. But nonetheless, I really am enjoying this course. Today we're working on octaves and leaps. And I have some questions. I'm going to change the camera angle so you can see my hand a little better. I can't quite get the dead vertical shot, but this is the over-the-shoulder view. So when doing octaves, I'm often catching the 7th note with my pinky, unless I come down to here. Or if I try and come more vertically, there's a lot more tension in my hand. You know, I have short fingers, I know that. The other question is when I go up to the black notes, sometimes I can do the 4th finger, but in some other configurations it becomes quite difficult. I'm trying to think of the scenario where I ran into that. But I do try and keep using that 4th finger when I can, but I do find it difficult. The other issue when you're doing leaps, and I'm going from an octave to something smaller, or actually in the variation 7 where you're going an octave and then you're doing a 3rd in between like this. Holding the octave does create tension. You know, and should I be doing something like this, or is this the preferred method? And then my last question, this is from the variation 7 from C minor. It starts out with the C jumping to the C, E flat, and then going to G. Is my jump this, or I'm jumping from here? Or when you have a single note down here, should I be using the 2 or the 3 finger, or is the 5 the preferred? The way I've sort of just naturally done it would be so I'd appreciate some feedback on what do you think is the correct approach here. And this is the Study in C major by Duvernoy. And I think the first note in the bass is a B, and just from a tonal quality, I really think it should be a C, but let me know. I'm going to play a C because I think it sounds better. Those are nerves playing. There's a little bit in there, it sounded like Pachelbel's canon in the second line of the score there. And lastly, this is the variation 7 from C minor. I'm going to do one hand at a time because I really want some input. I'm trying to put both hands together as it doesn't come out well, let me put it frankly. So here we go. right hand, and I remember what my question was with the fourth or fifth finger on the flats. When I'm going up into this one, I've got to angulate my wrist, and that creates tension, whereas if I keep in my neutral position, this is much more comfortable. So, like your input there. So look forward to your comments.